Good day everyone, I am Mr. Carnillo de La Salle Jr. and for today's video, we will going to discuss about the product rule. Again, when we say a product rule, our function is multiplication. So in order to find the derivative of this product rule, here is our formula. The dx times the fx times gx is equals to f of x g prime of x plus the gx times the a prime of x. So we have here our problem. So our problem here is y is equals to the quantity of x raised to the power of 4 minus 2 times the quantity of 3x squared plus 1. So in order to find the derivative of this problem, we need to follow that formula. First thing first, we need to find first our f of x, the value of our f of x, the value of our f prime of x, the value of our gx, and the value of our g prime of x. So we assume that our value, that the value of our f of x is equals to 4x raised to the power of 4 minus 2, and the value of our gx is equals to 3x squared plus 1. Again, in order to find the answer of our prime, we need to use the power rule. So, nagkakaganito na siya. So, our f prime of x is equals to 4 times 4 x raised to the power of 4 minus 1. Bakit naging 4 times 4 siya? Because sa power rule, kung sino yung ating power na number, siya ay ibababa natin dito and mamultiply siya sa whole number na given. So, since si 4 is also given in our power is si 4, so si 4 pa rin ang ating i-multiply. So, magiging ganito na siya. 4 times 4 is equals to 16. Then, 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. So, the result will be 16x cubed. Now, kung makikita natin dito, bakit 0 to siya? Because according to the constant rule, pag ang value niya is walang variable, automatically, it serves as a 0. Next, we have the g prime of x. The g prime of x is equals to 2 times 3 x raised to the power of 2 minus 1 plus 0. So, the answer will be, of course, 6x. Now, let's proceed to our problem. Now, since nakita na natin yung value ng fx, gx, and our primes, now let's proceed to the next step, which is the y prime equals to that formula. So, ipa-follow na natin yung na formula. So, first thing is hahanapin natin si f of x, kung sino yung value ng f of x natin. So, si f of x natin is si 4x raised to the power of 2 minus 2. Then, multiplied by the g prime of x, which is the result of 6x. Then, plus the g of x, which is the 3x squared plus 1. Then, multiplied by our a prime of x, which is the 16x cubed. Now, let's move on. Our next step is we need to multiply the result using the FOIL method. So, 4x squared times 6x is equals to 24x raised to the power of 5. Then we have the negative 2 times 6x is equals to 12x. So, plus, sa kabila naman tayo, 3x squared times 16x cubed is equals to 48x raised to the power of 5. And then, 1 times 16x cubed is equals to, of course, 16x cubed. Then, lastly, after we all gather the result of the problem, after we were using a FOIL method, next we will move to the combining like term. So, the result will be like this. Y prime is equals to 48x raised to the power of 5 plus 24x raised to the power of 5 plus 16x cubed minus 12x. So, since combining like terms na tayo, so all we're going to do is to combine all the answer na may kapareha. So, since si 48x raised to the power of 5 and si 24 x raised to the power of 5 raised to the power of 5 have the same value. So, ang atin lang gagawin is i-add natin sila. So, 48x raised to the power of 5 plus 24x raised to the power of 5 is equals to 72x raised to the power of 5. Then, since 16x cubed and minus 12x or si negative 12x natin haven't or wala silang kaparehas na value, so magre-remain pa rin sila. So, ang ating final answer would be y prime is equals to 72x raised to the power of 5 plus 16x cubed minus 12x. And that would be all. Thank you. So next, we need to proceed to our next topic, which is the quotient rule. And then when we say a quotient rule, our given function is division or a fraction. Now, this is our formula for our quotient rule. D over dx of f of x over gx is equals to gx times f prime of x minus fx times g prime of x over the g of x squared. Now here is, I have here a problem. So our problem is y is equals to 5x squared plus 3x over 4x plus 6. So, since difference product rule, so in order to find our fx and gx, we need to assume that our fx is equals to 5x squared plus 3x, and our gx is equal to 4x plus 6. So our f prime of x is, we just need to solve it into a product rule. So our f prime of x is equals to 2 times 5x raised to the power of 2 minus 1 plus 1 times 3x raised to the power of 1 minus 1. So the result would be 10x plus g. So sa atuan g prime of x naman, we have the 1 times 4x raised to the power of 1 minus 1 plus 0. So our result is 4. So 0 siya because ang number na yan is constant. Now let's proceed to the next step, which is we need to follow that formula in order to find the derivative of this problem. So y prime is equals to our g of x, which is the 4x plus 6 multiplied by our f prime of x, which is the 10x plus 3 minus our fx, which is the 5x squared plus 3x, and then multiplied by our g prime of x, which is the 4. Now, next step, we need to multiply the results using the FOIL method. So, 4x plus 4x times 10x is equals to 40x squared. Then 4x times 3 is equals to 12x. Next step, we have 6 times 10x is equals to 60x. And then 6 times 3 is equals to 18. So let's move on to the next part, which is our 5x squared times 4 times negative is equals to negative 20 x raised to the power of 2. And then our sign change into negative since we have the negative sign here, and according to the rule that if we have a negative sign here, we need to multiply it into negative here. So as you can see, ang ato ang mga sign nila is puro na siya. So let's proceed. 3x times 4 is equals to 12x. So our next and final step, we have the combining like term. So here, I already have the result of this problem. So, mo silagay na. And lastly, we have here our result for the combining like terms. So, hanapin lang natin kung sino yung magkakareha dito ng side. So, since si 40x squared and si negative 20x squared have the same sign, so sila ang ating i-combine. So, ito yung result dito. 40x squared minus 20x squared plus 60x plus 18. So, since meron tayong parehas dito, which is si 12x and si 12x, pwede na natin siyang i-cancel. So, ang result ko dito sa y prime is equal to 40x squared minus 20x squared plus 60x plus 18 over 4x plus 6 squared. So, ato lang siyang i-combine like terms again. So, ato lang i-minus si 40x squared kay 20x squared. So, y prime is equal to 20x squared kay si 40 minus 20 is 20 man. So, 20x squared plus 60x plus 18 over 4x plus 6 squared. So, this is our final answer. And that will be all. Thank you.